Hello guys, nice to meet you on render.camp. I hope you hear me well. Write me some pluses to the chat, and we're gonna start our today's workshop. Yeah, I'm here. I just turned on my webcam. I hope you hear me. I hope you hear me really well. That is really important to know that everything good with our connection. You hear me, my microphone and webcam and connection, everything good, and then I'm gonna start. Yep. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Write me, please, uh, where you live in, your country, where you come from. That is really interesting and important for us to know that. So, while you writing that, wanna tell you what we gonna do there today. Here today. I took some of our follower scene and I will work with this scene during today's lesson. It will take, I think, approximately 1 hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depend on the situation, and to be honest, depend on your needs. Maybe you will ask me to make more, maybe you will ask me to have some discussion. No matter, I'm here to share with you my experience, honestly, not so fast, because I want to give you something, but not just talking. So that is definitely practical workshop. We will work, and I will share with you exactly practical experience. A little bit about composition, a little bit about shaders, a little bit about lighting, about our approach, workflow, and everything. Of course, all of us know that is this workshop part of our advertisement of the big professional course. And a lot of people ask me, Daniel, why you share all the information here on YouTube? Why you don't tell the same things only on the course? Because of course that's for money, YouTube that's for free. That's clear. I want to be honest with you, and I want to tell you what I'm thinking about it. I'm sharing with you here absolutely the same information that in the course. Of course, in the course, a little bit deeper, a little bit longer, and everything like that. But the most important thing in the course, you'll have practical tasks from me, and I will comment your works, and you will get feedback from me, and that's how you will jump deeper or dive deeper to this topic. So let's start work with this particular scene. I want to be helpful, so let's start. So this is scene. This is not my render. This is render of the owner of this scene. And I took this picture, especially like not bad looking scene. And to be honest, that is one of the best pictures you send me, and that's why it is interesting to work with this scene. Because is this bad scene? No, definitely. Is it worst scene in the world? Definitely not. But the question is, can I put this picture into my portfolio? And I will answer, I can't, because that is a little bit, it can be improved. Yeah, let's say it like that. So, and what exactly there could be improved? And that is the problem. Because the answer, everything. There is no one single problem which we can solve. For example, add some post-production or a lot or something else and get way better result. Here is bunch of things which can be improved little bit better shader, little bit better lighting, little bit better background, little bit better cohesive composition, maybe something else, and all of this, that is like small steps. I could finalize every single part, and that's why I said we're gonna work with all steps: workflow, lighting, shaders, post-production, everything, because we can improve everything. Most of these scenes we will make in 3D, but we will use some part of AI to improve this picture, to get because with these tools, I will show you what exactly we can improve with the AI. And that's why, that's how I will show you the possibilities, what exactly we can do with AI. I know a lot of people are afraid that AI will take our job and something like that. So guys, relax, everything good. AI, that's a tool you have to learn. That's definitely true. But nobody will take our job. We will have a lot of projects, and but one important things: the average level of artists grows up, really, and grows up quite fast. So beginner level of archviz artist way higher than 2 years ago, and that's another true. So if you watching 2 years old lessons and do the same or lower level pictures, unfortunately you will have less job offers than if you'll have better portfolio. That's also true. So let's start dive into this picture. First of all, why this picture look like it look? Because person who made this picture got all information they know about architectural, in this case interior visualization, from lessons about interior and architectural visualization. I see there a lack of analyzing real interiors, real photographies. This person, I already said, yeah, most of information this person have based on the lessons, but not on the reality. So first of all, I can advise you, and that is exactly practical advice. Watch and surround yourself with real, highest possible quality, real photos. Only in this case, you will like your renders, that is product of result of pictures you upload to your mind, to your brain, to your imagination. And if you'll stop uploading somebody's renders and start uploading real photos and high quality photos, like artistic photos, your result will be better. And that is exactly practical thing. So spend at least 20 minutes a day in the morning watching only for example, ArcDaily and the best websites with photos. I don't know, local point, for example, ArcDaily, local point, and then put the best pictures from this website to your folders with your references. Only that could be way better than searching your friend's Behance, because in Behance, way more difficult to find something really good. Okay, so that's clear. When you work with your picture, always have reference. That could be AI generated reference, or that could be real photography, no matter what exactly you will take. And I will show you how to make AI reference and where to find interior reference and how exactly. So let's start with this. First of all, what we see in this picture, that is quite usual interior, quite usual composition. That is not bad composition, to be honest. The hero shot, the main character, that is this couch. Maybe I can list some the biggest problems here. The technical problems, of course. Too bright background, too dark background. It have to be way brighter than interior part. Dark ceiling, colors doesn't match with each other, and that's not so good. But not totally doesn't match. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. For example, interior plants and exterior plant, they live in the absolutely different nature. And they have to be more cohesive. They could be part of one color composition, and that's one part of one nature, because they are not main characters in this shot. Because when you have contrast and difference, That is important. When you have contrast and difference, this fact attract a lot of attention. So the places where you have more contrast will always attract more attention. Contrast, that is difference between light and dark. Yeah, I mean light and shadow contrast. But you also can have color contrast. For example, if you'll have there, I don't know, brown wooden shelves and green plant, that is color contrast, and this color contrast will always attract a lot of attention. That is the most important part in your frame to attract a lot of attention? I think not so. So you have to attract attention to the main character of your frame in the area of the picture where is your main character standing. Yeah. So that's clear. Let's go to the references. Here I have some pictures, folders with reference. So I'm gonna show it to you a few references I choose for these. That is not perfect pictures. That is just an emotion. And I try to find and download so much pictures as I can. Of course, that is like this scene only for a workshop, so I spent like 10 minutes, but you can spend more, yeah, and find better. But one important thing, you shouldn't spend like 1 day for this. No, spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, that could be enough. If you will search exactly photo, that could be enough to find something way better than work without references at all. And that shouldn't be absolutely copy of your interior. You will never find this kind of picture. It should be like mood you want to get, and you have to open this picture in your second monitor or somewhere in I don't know, on top of your 3ds Max, and always look into this picture. Only one picture, do not change. There could even be a lot of pictures, only one, because the picture you see, the picture you make, the picture you see will be the same picture you make. So you have to focus on some emotion. I want to show you a few pictures. Yeah, there was I opened Pinterest and I opened ArchDaily, and I found there a few pictures I like, and which is, in my personal opinion, quite similar to original render. Yeah. So, for example, that is way closer. That is closer. Maybe this one. To be honest, I like this one because of their mood. Yeah, and we can compare these two pictures. Are they similar or not? And I think they're quite similar. Why? Because both of them quite bright. Color composition quite similar too, because there is white walls, white ceiling, and something brown, something green, and a lot of greenery over there. Here is no any background, but background, that is just a technical thing, and we shouldn't spend a lot of time thinking about background. Carpet, definitely true. Absolutely different type of flooring. That's some kind of wood, but anyway, that is also beige wood, and it looks like approximately the same. So, in fact, in my personal opinion, this picture could be the best of all these pictures for me personally. For example, why not this? Too cold. Yeah, too cold and absolutely white. Absolutely white. In fact, everything. So I'm gonna open this picture. You can take a print screen if you want right now, and when I will make my picture, I will focus on this picture. That is not, one more time, that is not perfect picture. Yeah, that is just better, in my personal opinion, for this as a reference for this work. And why that is important to have references at all? Because that is like navigation, that is like roadmap, what exactly we have to do. And when you will compare, for example, ceiling, ceiling have to be lighter or darker, I don't know. But if you'll have reference, the reference will always give you answer. Ceiling have to be brighter. And one more thing, I will open this picture with Photoshop, and I will show you a few important, I think, technical things about about this picture, because we think that is interior, that is furniture, how to make shaders, but that is not picture. That is not interior at all. That is picture, and picture have their own parts. Let's say we can say parts that is I don't know, armchairs, couches, drawers, tables, carpet. No, picture have in fact the most important parts, that is tone mapping and color mapping, and that is what exactly we have to take from this. I will duplicate this layer, okay, and I will for example desaturate it, and I will just no, let me duplicate it one more time, like that. For example, I will desaturate it over there. So that is tone mapping, and that is amount of contrast we should have, the difference between something light and something dark. So that is our tone mapping information we have to reach. And next thing, that is color composition. I wanna make some average level of gray material, something like that. I'm gonna color it, and I wanna apply it as luminosity to this layer. So this is color information, and as you can see here, we have in fact three colors, yeah, orange, blue, and green. Orange and blue, that is complementary color composition, and green, that is typical color of greenery. So in fact, that is the most common color composition ever could be. I can blend them together, merge layers, something like that, and I'll get approximately, not absolutely the same, but approximately similar picture, I mean, to this one, to color composition, to tone mapping, yeah? So I can blend them together. So that is only color information, that is only tone information. And starting from that, we're gonna jump to our scene. Okay. So that is my scene. First thing I see, that is a little bit different proportion. I don't know why, but here I see carpet on the foreground. Here I don't. So I will a little bit change this. Oh, I forgot to show you how to make AI generated picture. So let me do that. Here is my stable diffusion. I showed you on my YouTube how to do that, how to generate render.camp, how to make AI generated references for your picture. In this lesson, just open this, that is just a 10 minutes or something like that, 10 minutes video, how to upload your picture and generate it. Here, absolutely the same, nothing difficult. That is stable diffusion, automatic 111, that is prompt, that is negative prompt, that is negative prompt, that is what exactly we have to avoid, yeah? Generation, image to image, yeah, here is image to image, that is my model, architecture interior version 90, and some letters and numbers after that. That is not important, you can go to the website and download it here. What else? Sampling steps could be higher, like 30. What else? Scale, I try to stay around 1200, something like that, for references exactly. The noising strength could be like 0.5, could be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending on your situation, yeah? That is control net, enable, upload, depth. So absolutely the same as in that lesson, so you can do. And this is render we have, and I can generate reference exactly for my picture. Why I prefer using real photo? Because real photo, that is like I have to build this picture first and then uploading it to Stable Diffusion, I'll generate some reference. But what if I have no picture in the beginning? I just start creating picture. So that is find real reference. So that's why I will work with that reference. But regarding on this picture, I can already say what exactly I want to improve. As you can see, this picture looks absolutely the same, but more realistic. Of course, all details broken, but that's doesn't matter because we will improve it with 3D. But this technique can help us understand what the difference and why this picture looks more natural, realistic, of course, softer textures and stronger light and shadow composition. For example, just pay attention to the carpet, to the couch. Here is a lot of texture on this couch. Yeah, a lot of texture. Texture quite like intense. Here is softer. But compare light and shadow composition. Light and shadow composition here way softer than here. Yeah, so a difference between light and shadow here less intense, but texture contrast way more intense. And I will show you how exactly make this better. So from now we are ready to go to this scene. I will reset everything and I will clear this scene and I will remove all shader. You will say, Daniel, what does it mean remove? I'm afraid remove because because all shaders, all objects have their own shaders. Don't be afraid. First of all, you have to learn how to make shaders and you have to be ready to work with shaders. That's part of our work. Yeah. And second thing, I will take textures and I will use exactly the same textures but with different shaders, and I will show you how exactly I'll do that. Before I'll apply the same the new shader, I will show you what exactly I'm gonna do. So first of all, I will create new view and I will name it old shaders, like this. And I will take a few of them, just few of them. You may say, Daniel, all decor have their own textures. Yes and no, and because that is not important. Why? Because, for example, for me, important they have this shader on the couch, on the carpet, on the floor, because that is biggest shaders I have. Maybe this one, maybe these tables. All others too small and not important for me at all. So let me do that. First of all, carpet. I'm gonna put it, I hope I have this texture. Yeah, I think I have. Second point, that is tables. I will move from bottom part to the top. Yeah, so then this one. Yep. Then magazine, couch. I'm gonna put it, and as you can see, I put them one under another. What else? Let me add there some floor, and I think here I have no texture. Yeah. So I save the most important textures from this scene. If you want them, you can save more. For example, plants. For example, something else. But anyway, you will need to work with all of them. So never mind. After that, I'm going to, I think I will hide cameras and I will apply one shader and I will create new view. I will call it general feeling. Okay, and I will create here new materials, general, materials. I think I change F-storm. Yeah, I'm gonna back to Corona. Okay, so that is clear. Material, Corona, like that. I will apply this new shader that is absolutely the default shader to all objects. That is important because we have to build light and shadow composition first. Okay, it takes time, and I see some issues with some objects. That is because you have edit poly modifier. You always, when you use edit poly, you have to convert to editable poly immediately, because in other way you will have different problems when you, I don't know, open in a new 3ds Max, send your file to anyone, change scale of your scene. No matter what you'll do, you'll get this kind of issues. So I will convert it to editable poly, and for me this is just educational scene, so that is not important. But for a real project, of course it is. So please be careful with these. I'm going to remove most of these bad geometry. I know that is not fair a little bit, but anyway. Here we have some windows too. I don't see them in my frame, so I will just delete them. But of course, you have to improve it for a real project. So that is some windows with, I guess, glass. Yes, so I'm gonna convert it to editable poly. I think I will. I don't know. I'll just remove this glass at all. In real project, I would create additional layer over there. I will call this layer like 401 glass, and I will put all glass into the layer. We have a huge lesson about scene optimization in the big professional course, and there you'll find all information about layers and something like that. So unfortunately, we have no time right now to do that, but just know following layers, that is part of optimization, and you should do that. Okay, so that looks good. Everything we don't see in the frame or in the interior we can delete, because that is not necessary for us, but that take part of our RAM, and I think that is not the best idea to have them. I don't know what is this. I will remove it. Okay, so hot today. That is profiles. I hope no new references there. All these things will take my time. I don't want to spend my time on that. Okay, then I'm going to run, that is collect the set. I will run prune scene and I will clear this scene. So let me do that. That is important. Like that. We have to wait while it clear all the things that is missed textures. I don't know, some animation keys, missed objects, something else. So everything we don't have, or we have some problems, clear layers, for example, everything will be cleaner. So I suggest you use it. So that is my scene. That is clear settings. I wanna change or check this menu, but here is absolutely default everything, and that is good. So I'm going to change proportions of the frame to we have in the original pictures. So I approximately like that. I'm going to hit this button. Yep. And final render, I will do like 5,000 pixels. So I will set this render. So let's say that is like the most common setting in the we have to do. After that, we have to find the lighting. For that, we will go to HDRI Heaven website. In fact, they're called Polyheaven, but HDRI Heaven, that's like old name, and I still use this old name. I will find there this HDRI map. That is, in my opinion, the best I found right now. HDRI map for overcast lighting, 4K, exactly HDR, download. 4K absolutely enough, so I will put it to the desktop. I guess I have it on the desktop, so I will just rewrite it. And let me open this render settings, and I will put it over there. That is important to use exactly Corona bitmap. Oh, I will use Corona 12 since today. And yep, guys, you can write your questions in a chat, and I will answer your questions later at the end of the class. After that, I'm going over there. Maps, general. I use exactly general color correction. I'm used to using this one. That's easier because I work with Corona, with V-Ray, different render system, and all of them understand color correction. That's why I use it. Like, you can use Corona color correction if you work only with Corona. No any huge difference. And then we can start interactive render. I guess everything gonna be okay. Okay, so there is some lighting from the back side. And there is some sun that's a little bit awkward for me because this map shouldn't have any lighting. So that mean I have to remove some lighting. Okay, so let's do that. Lights, Control A. I'm waiting to see there only lights. So I understand I have group. So group open. I will open group. Control A. 57 entry selected. That's not what I need. Open again. Control A. 57 lights. Finally, and I will remove all of them. So I will remove all lights and let's start interactive render again. I should have any additional lighting, just HDRI. Yes, exactly like that. And first of all, I have to, right now, guys, one of the most crucial moment in the lesson. Please, if you do something else, if you work with, I don't know, with your works, with your scenes, watching, I don't know, some videos, please watch carefully what I'm gonna show you right now. We gonna build light and shadow composition and compare with reference we have. So what exactly we have to do? We will reduce exposure, but be careful. Don't try to follow the same numbers I use. That is not important. The important thing that is exactly result I've got in the picture. I already understand there is some shadows over there because of curtains. So for this frame, that is not so necessary. So I can hide a few curtains to get some lighting over there, something like that, for example. Camera number 3. And then in this case, I will get there some lighting, and that's better for this particular case. Yeah, I would say for a real project, if this project could be mine, I would change a few things. I want to tell you what exactly. I want to change this curtain because that is too tiny curtains. In fact, that is almost impossible to get this thickness of the curtain. It should be 100 millimeters, so 10 centimeters, something like that. Maybe more, 150. So almost all these holes should be filled with these curtains. So we will never see this hole behind the wall. So that is impossible, almost impossible. And I will avoid using this kind of pillows because that is furniture pillows. But this is tiny fabric pillows, and that's like a bad shade pillows. Yeah, so that's not a furniture pillow. So that's why try to avoid this kind of geometry. Yeah. So, and one more thing, I will not change this furniture in their position because that could be important for the owner of this picture, owner of this design. So I will not change that. I will stay with the original position of objects. And then I'm going, for example, I promise you we will talk about light and shadow composition. So let's compare. Most of us can say, Daniel, this is good looking lighting. Maybe we can change white balance a little bit and we can start creating shaders. No, we don't. We are not ready. That is bad lighting, and I will explain you why right now. Let's copy this picture and let's jump to the Photoshop. For example, this is our reference. Yeah, for example, reference for tone mapping. As I said you in the beginning, I can make it bigger like that. Okay. And I'm gonna add there some like white and black, yeah, to desaturate it. Yeah. So here is no any color information, only tone information. And let's compare this picture and this picture, which is more contrast. Definitely this one way more contrast, and we have to follow that. And that is the most important thing we have to catch in our picture. And as you can see, if we will compare for example, ceiling and floor, what is darker? Of course, ceiling lighter than floor. But we already have there floor lighting lighter than ceiling, and that's the problem. Do you know this typical question? How to make ceiling lighter, Daniel? Quite often you ask me that. And that is the moment when we should build this mapping, tone mapping. So we have to come back to this one, and first of all, we have to find tone balance, and then we will jump to the color balance. We will not use white balance at all for now, because that is wrong. Okay, so first of all, how to make higher contrast? Most of us will say this contrast. No, we can't, because this contrast will have impact to the textures also, and we shouldn't do that. That's why our textures looks too sharp to contrast, and we can't improve them anyhow, in fact. So we improve exactly this moment right now. We have to make it darker. I will start interactive to show you what exactly we do in that moment. I can make this view a little smaller to have place for shaders. Yeah, like that. Come on, that is interactive. So that's good. But I want to get higher contrast. So let's do that. What exactly I have to do? I have to make this value, so tone, darker. Let's say 170, for example. Yeah. As you can see, everything becomes darker, but we can increase exposure, and we've got approximately the same like overall exposure as we had before. But let's compare the contrast. Let me copy it and put it over there, and let's compare it with previous picture. Oh, I'm gonna put it under black and white. Yeah, so that what we had. I will turn off previous one, and that what we got. As you can see, that is way more contrast. I will make it smaller to have the same proportions. Okay, like that. So let's compare. This is new one, that is old one. So in fact, what do we got? we got a light and shadow contrast, more intense light and shadow contrast. And then, of course, if you need more contrast, you can do the same, like even lower tone mapping of the lower tone of your gray shader, and that will be your default shader. Okay, another thing, that is color of lighting we have there. That is usual blue color, but you may say, Daniel, that is usual blue color, don't think about it. But here we have example, that is our reference. And if we will compare this picture and this picture, what you can say about this blue color? This is way closer to purple. Yeah, so we have to make it a little more light blue. Okay, I'm gonna move this picture to the right screen and I will change it. So next step, that is make it more exactly like blue, light blue, like that. And as you can see, yeah, the color become more closer to this one. That's good. That's good. I like this. Everything okay. Let me go to the next one. Maybe a little bit less, 5. Yep. If you want and if you need, you can rotate this map a little bit to get more, I don't know, something better lighting for your particular case. I like this one, to be honest. 60 looks really good. 90. Yeah, I think I would save this one because over there we have some yellow light in here, and I'm not sure we need it because I wanna stick to solid color. I can try to move next, but I starting have some lighting from the left side, and I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to try to 70. No, 200. That's also not bad. Let me try 160 and compare it with 90. No, 90 could be better. So that's cohesive one color composition. I like it. We have a lot of light and shadow over there, light and shadow over there. Not absolutely the same color lighting situation we had before, but who cares? It is not important to have the same. Yeah, we should have really good instead of the same. Yeah. Okay, so I think that is a little bit too dark, so I have to make it a little lighter because it feels like a little lighter. Okay, like that. Let me compare this picture with previous ones. Okay. Can I say this is better? No, I don't. But here they are different. They are quite different. What I'm thinking, in this picture, way more attention over there. I like these shadows. I like these shadows, but here is way less intense lighting over there, more intense lighting over there. So I think this lighting better. Maybe your opinion could be different. Try to do your best. So, but this picture still blue. So we have to add there some color. Let me do that. Let me fix that. You may say, Daniel, you can do that with white balance. No, I don't. Why? Because this white balance will have impact to the shaders too, to the textures. So I don't want to do that. I can make some small adjustments there, but later. All this tone mapping could, of course, we will use this, but later, when that will be like final corrections. Okay, so I'm going to add some hue color, like 25. That is quite usual for me, and I will add some tiny amount of saturation to the color, and that's how I'll get this balance. between cold exterior lighting and warm interior color, because in the real world we will never have absolutely desaturated shaders. Always they will have some amount of color, always 100%. Maybe just black hole is colorless something. So it should look natural. That is important thing. Natural, and remember the most important word I can give you: balance. You have to catch balance between everything. Balance between light and shadow, balance between yellow and blue, between, I don't know, saturated and colorless shaders. No matter. Balance, the most important. For example, balance between ceiling and floor in lighting. Yeah. So that is important. So now this picture looks balanced. I like this. Maybe I'm gonna, no, I want to make it like this exactly. So that is really good. And after that, we have to separate this picture into a lighter part and darker part. And obviously the lighter part, that is ceiling and walls, and darker part, that is bottom part of the picture. But bottom part of the picture, like that does not mean we have to make only ceiling lighter. No, we should make both ceiling lighter and bottom part darker. So one more time, everything about balance. Let me stop this interactive render, and I'm going to select everything I see there, something like that, maybe even together with couch. For example, maybe I'm not sure about carpet, but like that. Okay, let me, I think I will, yeah, like that. And I will duplicate this one. I will duplicate this one, and I will make it, I will apply it, of course, and I will make it lighter. But like little bit later. I don't want to give you any numbers I use. I want to explain you that as the most important thing. That is what I see in the render. Yeah. So in this case, I have to make it lighter, something like that. As you can see, the picture, like overall amount of lightness there, become higher. I can make it little less color red, little less to keep it white. Exactly. Looks a little bit too dirt. Yeah. I can make it higher. Okay. But as I said, everything on the bottom part of the picture, as you can see, balance. We've got balance between ceiling and floor. Yeah, we already have it. That is important. But we have to make bottom part darker and maybe more colorful, like that. Okay, and we have to continue separate them. Yeah, just exactly continue separate them to get bigger difference. We can update this preview if you want, but that is not so important at all. I want to make it lighter. I know that some time ago, I told you that these numbers shouldn't be higher than 180. Everything changed on the 3ds Max 2024 and Corona 11 because they changed gamma in the. In fact, they change approach to the gamma in the render. So we have to do something like that. But this picture looks obviously too yellow. Yeah, and I'm not sure I want to have such a yellow picture. So what I can do right now, I can play with this balance, but just a little bit. I don't have to make it exactly blue. Yeah, no, I'm afraid that is too much. So I'll come back there. I will jump to color correction, and I will reduce this blue color just a little bit, and I will play with this color a little bit like that. I don't want to have absolutely, no, I don't like this. So I have to continue work with these colors. I think there is too much saturation. Yeah, that could be better, I think. Okay, and they're the same. We can't move to the next anything until we finish previous thing step. I want to make it lighter because white ceiling have to be white. And of course, everything around have to be darker. So we still have natural colors, and in fact, not only colors. I want to make it a little warmer. Maybe a little more yellow. No, no, I don't like this too green. 26. 26 still the best, and I wanna increase this one. Not too bright, exactly like that. Okay, so let's get, we in fact, without my explanation, I could make this in a, I don't know, all the general feeling in 10 minutes, but you have to be focused on that, and you have to work quite fast. Okay, then I'm gonna move from like and improving the biggest pieces of the picture. Right now I will make carpet lighter and couch darker. I'll continue separate this scene. I will make it little bit faster, okay? Like that. A little bit darker. Not so, and maybe a little bit more colorful. Maybe like that. Okay, carpet. I'm going to duplicate already applied shader, and I will make it not like white. I will make it lighter. Yep. And in this case, we have cohesive composition. And in this case, it looks solid. And that is important. We always can control, for example, color of ceiling and color of floor. And right now, as you can see, they are quite different, but looks solid. And that's great advantage, I think. I think one of the important thing that is these pictures now is too dark. So I'm going to apply the shader, and I will make it lighter because now it's too heavy. I think a little bit less saturated. No. Try to make your eyes rest time to time. At least 1 hour. Once an hour, you have to close your eyes for 2 minutes, for 1 minute. Don't try sleep. Try not to sleep. Yeah, fall in sleep. You have to just make a rest and like reset your color matching. Something like this. I'm going to detach this. Okay, what about this one, this one, this one, this one too? What else? Maybe this table. Yep, maybe this things, and maybe these things, and maybe all these elements. Maybe lags too. Yeah. So let me apply one single shader. Oh, course, it shouldn't be applied to everything around, but this one, yeah, that's exactly I need. Okay, and for now, I'm going to render it again. No, cancel. I don't have to start 5K render, of course. Just interactive. And I'm going to make this shader like wood, like lighter. So let me add some saturation. I think I will make it darker. More saturation. I have to be careful with saturation, because with saturation easy to overdose this effect. And to be honest, I want to make it even brighter. I'm continue balancing. So that looks good. I think I have to make main couch darker. This one. I want to add some color there, just a little bit. Okay, and I want to split these shaders on the over there and over there, because these one have to be darker, definitely, to attract more attention to the foreground element. So, as I said, saturation, maybe a little less reflection to make it. Yeah, as you can see now, they look similar, but in fact, that is two different shaders. Maybe even a little bit less, but you have to play with this. Like that. Okay, so that's definitely looks good. Looks good. Let me make it a little bit colder, just a little bit. Tiny touch of blue color. As you can see, we don't have like a deep changes, yeah, just these. Now is a good time to add some part of optics. That is vignette. Where is vignette? Let me add vignette. Just tiny touch of this effect. Like that. Then bloom and glare. Not so intense, of course. Not, yeah, so intense. I will make glare definitely softer, and bloom intensity softer too, but size could be even better, bigger. Yep. Because that's natural effect, maybe even less intense. Yep, looks definitely not bad. And composition looks cohesive. That is the most important thing. Okay, let's jump to the next one. Let's jump to the plants next to the windows. I'm gonna add their shaders. Okay, and I will make it green, but one more time, I shouldn't make it green. I have to make it greener than it is. I know that sounds like almost the same, but that is not. As you can see, background plants look way brighter than this one. That's normal, but we have to move them closer to each other, and I want to make this picture a little more fresh because right now is too much green color. So I will play with green magenta, I will play with this color, I will play with white balance, but after that I think I have to make it colder to make it fresh. As you can see, this picture change a lot when we add when we make it colder, yeah, and more natural. Thin shell and add color over there. To translucency, I will fraction make not so high, like 0.2, 0.3, and in most common situation I will make it lighter, saturation higher, a little warmer. So interior plants looks really good. I just want to make ceiling, I think I want to make it a little bit less saturated. Let me make it like 6 instead of 9. Yeah, so as you can see, it become a little colder. So looks like neutral color. Yeah, neutral lighting, but in fact that is not, because in reality these colors absolutely different. But at the I will not show you the original render, but at the end you will see the advantage of every our action. That is important. Let me add there some amount of saturation on both colors. I want to attract more attention there. Okay, so that looks good. So let's jump to the curtains. Material, nothing difficult. We'll use the same shader. Where is it? This is it. So I'm going to make it a little bigger. I will apply it, and then thin shell, a tiny touch of translucency, really tiny because it shouldn't be too intense like that. And I will add a little more yellow color to this. Object to make it like soft, accurate, maybe a little darker to attract more attention, like to show the difference between these two shaders. Yeah, I want to make couch darker. Okay, and I'm gonna make it higher over there to get brighter picture. Okay, do not forget, when we already started use optics, we have to add there. We have to add there depth of field, but not like deep depth of field. We have to add some tiny touch of depth, and maybe f-stops have to be like 0 and 0, excuse me, 8, so not too high, because real camera can't focus everywhere. And sharpen and blurring, I will turn on this checkbox, but I will not add sharpness. I will stay with soft blurry picture. That is important. Where is my camera target? I want to be sure that is on the important, in the important place. Yes, exactly, somewhere, for example, behind couch. That is okay. So that looks quite good, and I want to show you reference we have. Yeah, so this picture, like we obviously see similarity. Of course, that is two different shaders, and that is interactive render, that's clear. But the mood and emotion quite similar, and that's good. So let's jump to the shaders. And there is a next really important thing about shaders. We have to start not with the objects we want to make first. We have to start with the biggest shaders. The bigger shader, the earlier we have to work with them. No, that's too cold, too warm, excuse me. I just want to make like that. So what is the biggest shader we have there? I think the biggest shader here is this carpet. So let's work with this. I will create new view. For example, furniture. Like that. And we had some old shaders. Carpet was I guess first one. Yeah. And we can even try to apply this shader. I mean this one. I will take this shader from the carpet to save it and understand and know for sure what exactly we had. So that's why we have to work with these type of shaders, because right now if we will use original shaders, we will always have some mistakes in the composition. So I want to duplicate this shader again, and I will apply it because maybe this shader already applied to some different shader objects too. I don't want to avoid some mistakes, and I will remove the shader. In fact, I don't need it, but I need these textures. And in the beginning of this, we have, as I understand, that is some where is some displacement. What is the difference between this and this? I think that is no different. That is the same texture. Yes, so I have to apply it over there. And I have to apply there some corona displacement, something like that. Okay, I'm not sure about centimeter, but let me make like 3. So that's like way more than we had. So that's definitely too much. 1. Maybe minus something to minus 0.5 or looks like this is upscaled carpet, so that's why so small amount of displacement looks so intense. But anyway, let me work with this amount of displacement. Yeah, so that's good. Where is some textures over there? Let me check what we have there. So to be honest, nothing specific. After that, we have to make it maps corona. Oh no, general output. Where is output? Over there. Usually I add exactly point over there. And I'm gonna make it darker. Yes, I see that is missed. And anyway, I have to compare shader with I have to compare shader with texture and without texture. So without texture and with texture. I think with texture it become lighter, so I have to make it a little darker. Like that. I use exactly curve I love this effect, and I think this effect way better. I think the color, I mean intensity of color have to be higher. So let me add the color correction, and I will add some part of saturation. And I'm not focusing on this part only. I'm compare this color with everything around. That is the most important thing. Okay, so I think that could be even enough. I will know that for sure when I will render final picture with a big resolution. So now I can't say anything about it, but I can move to the next shaders. And what is the next shader? Next shader, that is, let it be couch, yeah, because that is quite big. After that, we will make some floor over there, and then to smaller, etc. Only one thing I think I want to do, that is metal on the lamps, but I'm not sure that is only metal, but let me apply it like that. Metal. Roughness have to be a little bit lighter. Even more. Yeah, I think that could be better. I know that in the original scene that was glass, but I want to save it metal, because in comparison with metal and glass, with metal and simple brown color, that is more brown. That is more metal. What else? What else? I think that's not. I a little bit don't like this fact that these high stools brighter than this, because I want to match them, make them closer to each other. But a little bit later. Let me work with couch, and I know that is couch have different size of the texture, so I don't want to waste my time, and I will do that over there. So base color, I will duplicate it, apply this shader again. I want to add base color as Corona bitmap. Fabric. I have this fabric. I took this fabric from the MBNCG website. MBNCG website. This one here, you can find this texture for free. Color, and not only this. In fact, a lot of different really good colors, textures. So I'm going to apply the shader, but as you can see, here is a little bit different scale of the texture, and I want to make them a little more similar. I think on the on the sofas the same size, but on the pillows smaller. So I want to work with sofa with the pillow. Unwrap, open UV editor, Control A. I don't want to do any difficult things. I just want to make them a little bigger, and I compare this. I can hit F2. A little bit bigger, yeah? So projection have to be smaller. Okay, like that. Let me convert to editable poly, and now that looks way more similar. I know that is anyway a little bit too big, but I will change. Here's a little bit different scale too, and yes, that is important. Oh, I have to detach not detach. I want to work only with this one. Unwrap, open UV Editor, Control A, make it smaller just a little bit. Convert to editable poly. Now is better. Now is better. So let me jump to the shader exactly. I'm gonna make it. I want to add there some. What I want to make there. I want to add first bump. And of course, I will make it smaller. I will use displacement as usual, bump. Base bump like that. Tiling. Let me make it twice smaller. I can compare it over there. Yeah, I think that's better. I will remove it first, and I want to know intensity of bump. And for that, I'm going to use this tool. I don't want to render it with huge resolution, but I will render it with 5K resolution later. So now I want to just know intensity of bump I have to use. So in fact, something like that, nothing difficult. Let me add their base bump, base color. So that looks good. And with default reflections, it already has some effect like fall off, but I can add a little bit of this effect on top of that. I'm gonna duplicate it. Then some fall off, maps, Corona. No, material, maps, general, fall off, maps 2, that is map 1. I want to add there some checkbox, and the same as color composition. I will make one a little bit darker, so second one a little bit lighter, and this one a little bit darker. So I will like separate front side and back side. It takes some time to think. I'm going to apply it, and we will get like a little bit lighter over there and in the corners, and a little bit lighter over there, a little bit darker over there. And important things only to you guys who still with us. Always, absolutely always mix texture with diffuse color. That's how you will avoid so terrible contrast on the textures. Not realistic looking contrast. Just use 80%. Not more than 80%. Always use like 80% or less, from like 0 to 80%. In this case, you'll get way more natural looking shaders, as you can see right now. Now it looks like something soft. You can touch it with your face and you feel that emotion. Without that, unfortunately, it doesn't work. So that is secret, especially that works for marble, wood, concrete, everything like that. So let's come back to the original one, and I think I can mix it with color even more. Like 60 to get more colorful effect, and to get more color, because that is, in fact, that is this texture have less color than we need. I will add more saturation over there, so 40% of color we have will overlay the texture, and we will have more colorful sofa, a little bit more colorful sofa. But I'm not sure we need it, because I don't know what they have, like, I mean, this furniture manufacturer, what exactly they can produce. Okay, so that's already looks good. So let's move to the next big shader. I think that is this one. After that, we will work with background, and I think we will work with plants on the background too. So, of course, that is doesn't look like real marble. So I have to do that. Let me create new view. For example, building. I'm going to take this shader and apply it again. I will make roughness a little bit higher to get more reflections, like default reflections over there. And of course, I will add clear coat a little bit on top of that. And I think I want to make it a little bit lighter, maybe even a little less color, because as I remember, original one should be almost the same as carpet, maybe a little bit darker. Okay, after that, let's go, let's leave it render, and let's go to textures com, to the marble. And I'm not the biggest fan of seamless textures. In fact, I like just textures. So I scrolling down till the moment we will find some. Oh, that looks not bad. One more time. I have no idea what exactly we have in reality. Maybe you have to buy these textures somewhere in the, I don't know, in the store next to your place. But I will open pictures I like. I mean, I don't know real conditions for this project. I think I will try use these ones. And yes, guys, I hate seamless textures. I try to avoid using them. I think this one could be really good, and especially that is really high resolution. And let me show you something. All the shaders accepted fabrics, you have to start with reflection only and always. So let me show you what exactly we have to do. Base roughness, general, corona beat map. I'm gonna, as you can see, I put it to the roughness first. I can apply the shader. I can stop render. Of course, we don't need it right now. And I'm going to apply the shader, and I want to see this map over there. And of course, I have to follow mapping. Yeah, so that is floor generator. I think I will make these corners smaller. I mean, chamfers smaller. I think I will make them, that is half centimeter. No, that's too much, definitely. Like that. I have to save my scene because I'm afraid if it will crash. And that is still 3ds Max. All of us know that. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. And I want to add there unwrap, open UV there. Okay, and I can hit this button to get mapping like that. So right now, this all, like every single board have their unique texture, but a unique texture have some proportions, and here we don't see these proportions. So but here we see that proportion is a little bit broken, strange. Yeah, so we have to change that approximately like that, I think. Yeah, so after that we can apply this function again. Yeah, and after that I'm going to make it real scale. Of course I don't want to have so huge size, but that is possible to be. And of course I will avoid situation when I see tiling like that. So I will place textures inside of this box, avoid putting them over there. Of course, you may ask me, Daniel, but what if I have a huge castle with, I don't know, with billion square meters of tiles? Of course, that's a little more difficult situation, but you have to find the way how you'll deal with this, because in most cases when you work with picture, you don't need um, apply perfect textures everywhere. You need like perfect texture in a place in foreground. Yeah, your background doesn't matter at all. So that's why we can do like that. As you can see, this is not seamless texture. We don't have any seams anywhere, and everything looks perfect. And that is way better than working with seamless prepared for visualization textures, because this texture will be shader, will be way more natural. Keep old map as submap. Of course, I will reduce saturation. That's clear. Maybe I will make it, I will add there some output. Enable like that. I will put there some curve like that. Maybe darker, maybe lighter. Have no idea for now. I can hide the carpet because I want to check what I see in the render. And as you can see, I work with reflections exactly. So not with color, with reflections. And that is crucial moment. Let me start interactive. Okay. And I'm going to compare this part, and I even can make the 2-pan. Yep. So that is the most important thing. We have to see some differences in reflections, and that is crucial thing. Okay, I think I will apply the same to the clear coat over there, but not like a full amount of intensity. Just no, I can't, because yeah, I'm gonna add their output. Come on, I just want to make like that. Okay, so as you can see, that looks way better. And that is exactly a reflection. The same with wood, for example. Clear coat. Let me match it with color, because I want to have some like polished reflection, because that's like a real marble. And here the same. I will make like 80%. Okay, yeah, so I'll get quite interesting reflections, way better than default. Color. In fact, I can add there another curve, output with curves. Let me remove desaturation. Let me check what we have there. I will enable it because I almost sure I will change it, make it a little bit lighter, a little bit darker. I don't know. And let me apply it over there. Yeah, as you can see, that is too bright. So I'm going to make it darker. Yep, and as you can see, there is too intense diffuse color. If we will save it like that, it could be like awkward and we don't need it. Even this one is too intense. I can mix it with color, but to be honest, I don't want it because I want to have like natural looking color. I mean with color in a composite map over there. But I can mix it with color over there. And I will do that, of course. For example, here, like 60%. Maybe even less, I think. And as you can see, I will not add any bump because I'm not sure I need it. I mean, why bump? That is polished, perfect marble. Yeah, so that is just a hint of the natural looking shader. Yeah. Let me. And of course, we will have their carpet. So that was just an example. So somewhere here, I will have quite good looking shader. Let me check it. I think a little less intensity of this. So I can add there less than 50, definitely like, so no, not 60, 80. Yeah, that could be way better. Okay, so as I said to you in the beginning, yeah, we make not so visible textures, and that will make our picture better, definitely better. Oh, I have to hide some curtains, or I can remove them. Okay, like that. So I said that I want to make like better balance over there. Have two contrast parts on the side of the on the left side of the picture. That's not the best idea. So that's why I have to go back to general filling. Take this over there. So let me duplicate it. I'm going to apply exactly the same shader to the to these chairs, and I will make them darker. Maybe a little more color over there. Darker. So as you can see, that is still white, but not so aggressive. And that's good. So let's move next. On the background, we have these, I don't know, is this drawer? No, that's not a drawer. And this one. Okay, and I will, oh, and this one, and legs of the chairs. That's good. And I'm going to apply one single shader to all of these, but let's check which one update. I think this one, yeah. And I will make it way more saturated because that's wood. But to be honest, I want to separate this shader and this one. So I'll do that right now. We'll add there a little bit of, oh, excuse me, clear coat like that to get some glossiness on the corners. No, it should be darker. Yep, that's already looks like natural looking wood. And the wood on the background have to be little less saturated, maybe a little lighter, not so dark, because right now it is attract a lot of attention over there. Taisia, you asked really good question. If you have multiple cameras in the scene, but in different corners of the room, what you do in terms of time efficiency? Because let's say at least 3 cameras would have a different light. No, they don't. They shouldn't have different light. Right now we build composition, the relations between different shaders, and if you will set everything in one camera and everything will look good, you will in most cases you will no need to make different like lighting or different everything for different cameras. Of course, some cameras will look better than others. That's definitely true. But composition will be cohesive, and that's another true, and that's fact. So to be honest, I like that. I just want to try to make the plants a little wider. Or excuse me, warmer. Just a little bit, like 50, I don't know, 52. Maybe little more saturated. Okay, and that's about this plant. And on the background, I want to make them darker. I mean, maybe not so bright. So let me select this one, and I guess this one. Yep. And I'm going to make this just darker, maybe a little more saturation, and here the same. Darker, a little more saturation, just to, yep, make them similar to this one. Not absolutely similar, just a little more similar. Yep. And as you can see, I even do not start to add any tone mapping contrast because Corona eat these contrasts. They love these contrasts. And when I'll add contrast over there, it will immediately get some extra effect. And that's obvious and that's true. What else I want to add there? To be honest, I have no idea. Guys, tell me what I have to add there. Because I think I already explained. Maybe some small shader on foreground, but that's obvious what exactly we have to be. We have to make coffee, concrete. The last one, that is floor. I guess we don't have texture for the. Yep, that is this one, and unfortunately we lost texture, so we don't have it. So I can't add there any ready texture. Uh, uh, I definitely have to make some test render, or even not test render. And to be honest, I want to add some color to the pillow, but I'm not sure we can do that. And I want to add there a few colors too. But anyway, let's start. Let's make a render with, I'm not sure about 5K, because 5K render will go quite long time. Let me make like, I don't know, 4K. 4K also quite big, but I'm gonna add denoising, Corona high quality, denoising over there. I'm not sure I have a lot of time to render, but let me do that. Right now is a good time to ask me some question, because in this case I can have a discussion with you. You don't use glass on the windows. I can use glass on the windows, but I deleted because there was broken. I mean, geometry was broken. Maybe you skip that moment, but anyway, I can use glass and I can add their shader, but I will exclude it from the lighting. I will hit the object properties. Where is this? Over there. I can, unfortunately I can't select anything. So object properties, that is over there, and I will turn off a few checkboxes, something like receive shadows and cast shadows. And in this case, it will I will see reflections in the window, but I will not render it as it will have no impact to the lighting. So that is the most important thing for me. So we already, only one thing I forgot to add there. Okay, let me come back to the picture. I want to make a few adjustments. I want to add some background, and I want to make window frames darker. I forget about this. Absolutely, that's not okay. So let's jump to the general filling, and I'm going to take this shader. I will duplicate it and apply to all geometry. I will start interactive render. And the same thing, I will not make it dark or black. I will make it darker. Till the moment I will feel that as like natural aluminum windows. So in fact, they are not black. Yeah, they are metal with a lot of reflections. Maybe a little bit lower, maybe even lighter, because right now here is too intense, too aggressive. I don't want to attract a lot of attention to the window frames. That is just window frames, nothing nothing important there. Okay, I'm going to do the same with these tables, I think. Or not, maybe not the same, but quite similar, maybe a little more saturation. Okay, let me apply a little more magazine looking shader to this one, and I think that is not so important. Only important thing we have to add there, that is to the furniture, but I have no idea what shaders there should be. So let me apply it one more time. Let me make it lighter, less. Yeah, so something like that. We even can try to add the same marble texture to this one. I'm going to duplicate it. Of course, that is too intense reflection. So I'm going to reduce it. And I think I have to make it way darker, way more saturated as I had. Let's make some mapping, just UV mapping, like usual, like that. Nothing. I don't see anything on the render, so let me make 2 pan to see what's going on there. No, that is too glossy. I don't want to have such a intense glossiness over there. I want to have more reflection. Maybe I will duplicate it. Yep. And in this case, it have to be darker. Yeah, that's roughness, so it have to be. Okay, that looks better. More accurate right now. Just compare. That looks not so difficult, I know, and we spent like almost 2 hours on that, but all this already looks way better than we had before, and that is important thing. Okay, let me duplicate this one, and I will apply this to another table, but I'll make it way lighter because it have to be way lighter. I think that could be not the worst idea. Okay, and let's talk about background. One more time, nothing difficult. I just want to make the whole picture a little colder. That is so uncomfortable that I don't see first, like, the whole numbers. Okay. So about background, nothing difficult. One more time, direct visible override. I will put there some chrono bitmap. Computer. I have really good textures for the background. Textures 2, background, and I have this one. Of course, it will be too bright, too dark, too something else. Never mind what exactly I will have. The most important thing, that is, I will do that exactly in that way. So first of all, I will reduce output, so I will see them directly on the background. Then I go into add there some up maps general output, because I'll need it. I know that I always need it. I'm going to put it there. Okay, then I will change. I can, for example, select any tiny any object, and I will work with this picture exactly. So I will use just screen. I don't need it. I don't need to see whole picture and spherical. Yeah, just screen, and I will use crop like this one. I don't need whole picture, as I said. I need just tiny part of this background. Of course, proportions should be possible to be in horizon. It have to be in the proper position. I don't think we should have so close. Okay, let me check what we'll see in the picture. And the horizon have to be I think a little bit lower. Definitely a little bit lower, but that's not bad. Of course it should be overrided. So horizon have to be a little bit lower. And for that, so uncomfortable to work with. So huge picture. And for that, I have to move it, this projection a little bit higher, not so. So that could be better. Okay, so anyway, we have to make some test render, and let me stop it and let me start render this picture. And yep, I already have denoiser, that is 4K render. I hope that could be enough. And I'm waiting for your questions, guys. Until I render for your question, I want to show you something important. Quite soon, in 2 weeks, we're gonna start our professional visualization course. In that course, we're gonna make professional looking, realistic images. To be honest, I don't like talking a lot. I just want to show you something, and that is that is our students' final renders. This is exactly pictures made in during course, not after, not before, not instead. That is works made in on the course. That is only one thing I think really matters. If you want to do pictures like that, join professional visualization course. And if you will apply today till the end of this day, so you have 4 hours till that moment, we will contact with you tomorrow in the working hours. Don't be afraid, nobody will call you in the middle of the night if you have night right now. We will text you first, and we will offer you special price offer to this course. One more time, guys. That is 5 weeks of live work with me. During these 5 weeks, I will give you my personal feedback, and that is, in my personal opinion, the most important part of the work. Exactly, work with me and getting feedback. And with this feedback and with prerequisite lessons we already have. That is almost 100 lessons about absolutely different topics. How to set up lighting, how to build your scene, how to optimize your scene, how to work with architecture, how to work with interiors, how to work with different render systems. There is massive piece of information about everything around architectural visualization. I mean, architectural, including architecture and interior visualization. So if your portfolio do not looks like this one, you have opportunity to make it like this. Just check this picture. That is all our course participants finals. That is beginner's course, so that's not fair, but this is professional visualization course final renders. So guys, how exactly everything build it? In 2 weeks, we're gonna start our live sessions. During these live sessions, I will take your real scenes, you will build your scenes, and I will show you your mistakes, and I will improve them in live sessions, and you will go to make your homework. And in addition to this, you will have access to a lot of different prerequisite lessons about absolutely different topics, about lighting, about shaders, about workflow, about composition. Quite short, a few weeks ago, I recorded a new lesson about composition. Finally, that was my dream record lesson about composition, and you will have lessons, you will have access to them. So so that is my offer to you. If you want to do that, apply till the end of today. So now we're waiting for render. Yeah, we have to wait render, and I wanna talk with you and discuss something. I know that is it okay for the light to be burned? Isn't everything is too white? Everything depends. First of all, look, we have to make some test render. Yeah, test render with a final quality. I mean 5K, 4K, and see the mistakes. First of all, we have to make this render and see technical mistakes. I mean, maybe some texture sizes, maybe some bad looking, I don't know, displacements on somewhere, maybe something else. Anyway, we will see that, but we will build composition. But anyway, guys, I promise you that we will make all the steps of this work. Yeah, so I even do not touch tone mapping, and I do not make post-production, and I will do that. And at the end of this work, we will compare the original picture we start with and final picture we will get. And then you will say, what do you think about it? Okay? That is first answer to your question. Second answer to your question. Yes, in reality, we will have override on the background, and we can do nothing with this. And if you will make it darker, you will lose part of realistic looking picture. Unfortunately, one more time, I can do nothing with this. That is just simple fact. I want to try to make it a little warmer, and I want to try to add there some amount of contrast. Everyone like it, and I want to just show you default amount of contrast, and we build light and shadow composition based on this. That is important, because if we will add contrast, we will never reach really good result. But now, when we already have proper light and shadow composition and attention to all the elements, and we will add these contrast, we will get way more natural looking contrast and way more cohesive looking picture, and that is important. The most important thing. To be honest, right now I recognize the background have to be brighter and these plants have to be darker, but I can do it in a post-production. That's first some kind of mistake I can recognize and state that is mistake. About exposure, to be honest, I want to make it even lighter. And to be honest, I think that I have to make this part of the picture a little bit darker. I mean shader, furniture shader. And to be honest, I want to do another thing. I want to change carpet because this carpet too heavy. I want to make it, first of all, I want to make it lighter. And second thing, that is too big, too thick. I want to change it to that's a little bit about design, of course, but I want to change it to something softer. I mean, tiny, like one level tiny carpet to make it softer in design, because I don't think that exactly this carpet that is part of design. That is just carpet. Okay. What is the best option when you, that is Takur, answer a question. So let me answer your questions, something like 10 minutes. We will wait for render and then we'll come back to the post-production. Okay. What is the best option when you have to do multiple renders, but every camera need to change the sky? Do you use any plugin? I saw a plugin that Brick Visual used for this puzzle, the pulse, as I remember. What do you think? I think there is a few different options to make background. First of all, that is a picture on the background as I made right now. Second option, that could be banded plane with self-illumination material on them. Second option, that could be dome with the same self-illumination material on them, or that could be HDRI map with background, with the visible background. So there is a few options. In this case, I can do this one. That is one of the possible things. Is it the best one? I can say the best one. That is possible one. Just like this. So there is a few options depending on your goals and amount of pictures you have. Of course, for real project, in most cases, we should have a few pictures. But a few pictures, what does it mean, a few pictures? How many pictures? For example, if you have 2 pictures, you can change 2 specific backgrounds for 2 pictures. Yeah, because if you have, I don't know, 1,000 pictures, okay, not 1,000, but 15 pictures. Are you really think you will have 15 pictures in this interior? I think not so. In fact, I think you'll have maximum 3 typical directions of this interior. I mean, camera directions of this interior. I mean, this direction, direction to the window, and like opposite direction. Yeah. So in fact, you will have 2 or 3 different types of the background. So I think that's all. That's the answer to your question. No, I will not use pulse for this particular goal. Are you familiar with Midjourney? Do you think it is at the same level of quality as Stable Diffusion? To be honest, I think they are quite similar, but you know, that is Midjourney, that is like, let me explain you how exactly you can use Stable Diffusion and Midjourney. You will use Midjourney for generating your pictures from text. In Stable Diffusion, you also can do that, but in most cases, you will use Stable Diffusion to create some improvements in particular details or generate references, as I showed you in the beginning of this lesson. So that is 2 different goals. For example, in Midjourney, you can't improve 3D people as you can in Stable Diffusion. And we have lesson about people improvement in a big professional visualization course, and I can show you these lessons. I'm sure that it could be interesting for you, but I will show you in the past. In the past, because I didn't get the access to the future course. I have to do that. That was somewhere here, post-production, I think. Stable diffusion, people improvements, something like that. For example, that is the girl we had in Corona, and that is, yeah, let me find the, and that is the girl we made in a stable diffusion. So the same girl, the normal amount, typical amount of fingers, but way more natural looking skin tone. So that is, I compare these two girls, and that is 3D girl from Corona Cosmos browser. So that is one of the possible way to do that. Oh. How much time does it get to you, like a master, to finish a project from 1 to 0? That's a really good question, because in case I will make it, let's divide whole work into the pieces. But for modeling, I will model whole scene if I will model it by my own, in approximately 3 or 4 hours. But you have to understand, I know how to model it fast, and I will focus on the pictures I plan to render. We have lesson one more time about composition, and I want to share with you some main idea. Oh yeah, Ludmila, I see you said I have 12 renders in this scene. Yeah, that's absolutely okay. And you will have maximum 2 or 3 types of renders, and you should understand that while you work with your scene, you shouldn't think about 3D. Like I have 12 pictures in your scenes. Think about how fast you should finish this project. Yeah. For example, in this particular project, we already set everything for lighting, for cameras in that direction. Yeah. So all cameras with this direction will have the same background, will have the same lighting, will have the same I don't know, shaders, everything. Yeah. So you already set it. We will spend, for example, 5 hours for rendering, building, creating all the scene, and then 2 hours, as you see, without my speaking. You have to understand. Yeah, I try and explain you a lot, and that's why I'm speaking. Without this speaking, I can finish these main shaders, for example, 4 or 5 shaders, main shaders, in 2 hours for sure. And all the frames in that direction, and that could be some amount of these 12 renders. Yeah, for example, 4. Yeah, for example, 4 of these renders in this project we will have with this direction, and all of them will be ready in a 2 hours. Yeah, I mean ready for render. Then I will start render this scene, or maybe at night, never mind, and I will modify my scene to renders with camera in a different direction. For example, perpendicular to this. I mean 90 degrees to the left or 90 degrees to the right. Yeah. And I will have like 2 or 3 frames in this direction. And I will spend another, let's say, another 2 hours to set all cameras this direction. Yeah. And then I will finish this and set another scene for another lighting for night render. Yeah. With another lighting for night render. And then I will jump to the third type of lighting. And that is, one more time, that is not from buildings from scratch. We already have cohesive composition, color composition, everything like that. And I'm gonna I will stop this render to make some denoiser, and I will jump to the post-production. And I will make some adjustments of these 3. And let's say I will spend another 2 hours working on the last third type of direction of the lighting. Yeah, because for example, if we gonna speak about let me draw you something. For example, that is our interior. Yeah, that is this camera direction. Then we'll have this camera direction. That's like second one. And for example, that is third camera direction. Yeah, you will have like 3 cameras like this, 4 cameras like this, and I don't know, 5 cameras like this. Yeah, you will never have like too big difference. In fact, even 3 different types of lighting, that is too much. Why? Because when you have some object and you have camera position, something like that, 90 degrees lighting works not exactly with 90 degrees. Your sun can come from this side like 135 degrees and like starting from 65, something like that. Yeah. And that means you can have not only this direction, that means you can change camera position like little bit like this and little bit like this. And that 2 different light situations can cover all your scene. And even more, you can try to render this picture with you can try to render this interior with 2 different lights, with one different light situation, and maybe it will look good. Where's my denoiser? Yeah. Okay. So that's already looks good. Let me check how it looks. Of course, we have to render it a little longer. But anyway, I'm going to find some average. Okay, let me add there some. Try to add some filmic mapping. Like that. I like that effect in Corona Render. Okay. I think I have to reduce some saturation. Okay. So let me copy this one. I'm going to add it to the Photoshop. Then I'm going to save the same scene, but with a little bit lower exposure. Like this. And I will merge them a little bit. Like that. So what exactly I want to make darker? Let me try to find some hardness 0, opacity like 70%, something like that. So let's play with this. I want to add there. I can do it in 3D, but I just... And yeah, I will not use masks. I literally almost never use masks for my work, but I know a lot of people love them. I don't want to say that is bad. This is just not my workflow. If you work with masks, that's really good for you. That's just a little bit different workflow. So what else I want to do? I'm not sure I want to have I want to do something else with the background or something like that. I will make a little bit lighter curves, and I will make my carpet lighter because to make it lighter because it's too heavy in my opinion. I'm not sure about this front side of the couch. Okay, So that we made. So I attract more attention, everything to the same goal, attract more attention to the most important object in the frame. Yeah, and that is the most important object in the frame. Then I'm going to save this picture with a twice lower resolution. Desktop, let's say 2024 401 001, something like that. Never mind. The naming is important, but not in this particular situation. And then I'll go to any upscaler you will use. I will use Magnific. You can use, I don't know, even Stable Diffusion. I prefer Magnific because that's faster and easier. This one. I will use Film Center Photography. I will use Magnific Illusio, and I will render with a few different settings. I will use 6 and, for example, 2 film photography upscale. Then I will jump to 4 and 1 fractality, and 2 and 0. I think that could be enough. Maybe with 0, maybe even with -2 points to get upscaled picture with a with no any deep difference. And while upscaling, we will get after upscaling, we'll get twice upscaled picture based on the photos. So in fact, this tool will take different parts of picture they know and put to the different places. For example, that's why we don't need in a stills. In fact, work with greenery, because work with greenery can be delivered to the AI, to upscaler. In fact, we can do this in Stable Diffusion, we can do it over there. That is not important where exactly we'll do that. Only one important thing you have to know, that is different AI features. You have to learn different AI features because they will be part of our professional life. If you still love to work with full 3D, I also love full 3D, but you will spend just more time working on all, I don't know, small shaders. I'm talking exactly about small shaders. I'm not talking about deep changes. I'm talking about something not important, like, for example, greenery, for example, grass. To be honest, that is, for most of us, really difficult to get high quality grass, I don't know, on the background. And you will set these like for ages. But instead of this, you can take background and some folds over there, and maybe, I don't know, some parts over there from Magnific, and you will get way better result, and you will get quite good parts. So as you can see, that looks like, for example, here is a perfect looking, absolutely the same shape carpet, and you shouldn't know how to set these. But unfortunately, I will create this picture right now. I'll spend a little bit of your time, but that is important, and you will see the difference. So I, to be honest, I like all of them. All of them looks really good. Most of the picture here looks good. As you can see, the noise here looks awkward, so we have to render it way longer. Definitely, that's true. But never mind. Let me save all this picture and let me choose. So what exactly I will take from which. So I don't want to do work with this. I like this one. Here you can see the improvements we have. Yeah, so that's creativity 2, PNG quality like this. Save it. Next one is and I want to take, I think this one with the biggest amount of improvements, and I will merge them with a regional picture. So as you can see, no any deep changes, just details. If your foundation looks good, I mean foundation of your picture looks good, you'll get quite good results. So let me work with this. So what I wanna take, I wanna take flat surfaces. I mean ceiling, maybe this part, carpet, and some textures over there. Maybe some part of the pillow. Maybe this picture. It looks quite nice. Of course, plants and some details over there. So I'm gonna add it, like Control I, and let me play with brush. Of course, opacity like this. All these things we can do in 3D, and in the course we have this. But for different situations and for different projects, that could be different reason for that. For example, sometimes that could be animation. And for animation, that is really important to have absolutely, like, okay, maybe not absolutely, but good looking details. We can already have these. Maybe some part on this pillow, because that is not so important object anyway. We have to change it. Most of these plan to be have to be replaced. Background, I will take background from the different picture. Maybe some parts over there, but as you can see, there is not so huge difference. I will take some flat surfaces to get some color. As you can see, I'm trying to avoid choosing these parts, because that could be important to have absolutely the same everything. I just can replace noise. Of course, we have to add there some texture that's clear. Okay, so, and that is our background. So I can make another copy of the background with a higher amount of creativity. But as you can see, there is no any huge difference on the with our picture, but details different. No, I like previous one. No. This curtain looks a little bit better. Yeah. And then on the main layer, I will add a little bit of sharpness, view, other, no, no, other, sharpen, on sharp mask, radius, like 0.5, like that. Okay, so that is quite good, and I can even make some, let me Merge layers, I think. Duplicate it. Soft light. Half saturation. Filter. Other high pass. Quite big, like that, and opacity. So guys, 2.5 hours. First half hour, I explained you how to work with like the main theory. The most strongest of us still there. That is important, and I want to thank you. Let me just show you the picture where we start. That is open with. I will open it over there, and I think I have to put it there. Yeah, let me do it like that. So guys, what do you think about it? 2.5 hours with my explanation. Without my explanation and with proper geometry, for example, in the windows, maybe somewhere else. Maybe, to be honest, I want to change these curtains because that is too narrow curtains. Real curtains couldn't be like that. I want to change this pillow because that's not furniture pillow. That should be, to be honest, I want to change this decor because something big have to be there. Yeah, we can get this picture from this to this. Write me please in the chat, and better to the comment block, because right now you have access to the comment, but when I'll finish this lesson, you'll have. And what do you think about this workflow? And one more time, guys, we spent 2.5 hours with all my explanation, with all my blah blah blahing, yeah, just to make this picture. Without talking and with proper understanding of the project, we can, even if you'll spend 2.5 hours for each of 12 pictures in this project, you will work 8 hours a day, you will finish this portfolio in 3 days. 3 days and you will fill this project. How much cost this picture? For example, for a freelancer in a studio who work with freelancer, this picture can cost, let's say, $200. That is usual price, and most of us know that. Yeah, so $200 per this picture. Of course, you will have some round of changes. That's honest, and that's true. You'll have some round of changes. But anyway, 3 days. Let's multiply it. Let's multiply it 3 times. That will be 9 days. I mean, not like one by one. That will be 9 days for whole project from start to finish. Yeah, so that's clear. And I multiply. When you'll have changes, that mean you don't need make them from scratch. Yeah, this is just changes. You have to open your scene and change something. Change this, I don't know, shader to another shader, to the different shader. But anyway, that will be not 3 hours for changes. And of course, that will be not 3 hours for all pictures. Yeah, you will need just open one scene and make one changes and render it 3 times. So you will spend, in fact, you will spend 1 hour for all changes, for 3 cameras. Yeah, in this case. So let's calculate how to do that. Oh, that is. So we have $200 per one picture. I just share my experience. I don't want to sell you anything. Yeah, I'm just telling you that it's possible and demonstrate you that. 200. We have, you said 12 pictures. So multiply 12 pictures. Yeah. So, and you will get this money in 9 days. Yeah. So in fact, you will have extra 11 days to take another project. Yeah. So we can multiply it twice. So of course, that is when you responsible enough. Of course, that is when you're ready to work in this particular workflow. Yes, that could be scary from the beginning to start working with something new for you. But I promise you, this workflow will give you way better result, way faster result, in fact, because I am absolutely sure you're not able finish this project in this quality in 4 days right now. Why I'm telling you that? Because welcome to the big professional visualization course. In this course, you will learn this workflow about interior and architecture. And you may know that as architecture costs more, yeah, per each picture. And you will fill your portfolio with these quality pictures you see right now on your display. That is only one reason why you have to join it. Final result. Please watch this landing page carefully and make right decision. Till the end of today, we will offer you special price offer for this course, which will start in 2 weeks. Thank you, guys. I don't see any new questions in the chat, so that's mean we can finish our today's lesson. Just one last time, I want to show you where we start and when we finish. And I think that's enough. Thank you, guys. See you next time. Bye.